Hi and hello, my name is Cass and welcome to another one of my embossing videos. Today's theme, this is not the first book, this is the latest book, but Anna Huang's, specifically her King of Sins series. I own the 6 that are currently out. There will be one more. I don't know when it releases, but please pay no attention to the tornado siren in the background. It's pretty rainy out there. Unfortunately, this is my last day to make this video before I'm on vacation, so we will suffer through the tornadoes. The sirens. If there's a tornado, that'll be a different problem. Anyway, so yeah, we are doing my 6 Anna Huang books, and I will talk about them a little bit. You know, and since they're all different, like, color themed, I'm gonna do it per color, except for the first and the 6th one, because they're kind of like red and orange-ish. So they get silver, because I don't have red or orange, which I continue to be, like, deeply insulted by, because I love red, and I don't know why I didn't have red, and I thought I did, but it's fine. But anyway, we're gonna camera swap, so you can look at my hands as they move as I talk. You know, embossing videos. New angle introduced. This is a little different than the angles I usually do. But I thought this maybe, like, showed things a little better. I don't know. But we're gonna give it a shot, because this is easier to set up, and also I kind of like it more. But anyway, so we're going to start with the first one, King of Wrath. And since this is one of the red ones, it gets a silver. We're using the embosser that has a little cat on it. So yeah, time for me to remember how to do this. Anyway, so, ooh, the tornado siren's kind of stopping. So the story of me reading these books is that when I think it was last year. Yeah. Last year I wasn't quite, it was before I really started reading again, like later in the year. And at the time I was super into romance books specifically. I don't know what about the genre really caught me, but, like, I had started reading, like, all of Katie Roberts' books, and my mom had gotten me a bunch of, like, these old-timey, like, romance novels that make you cringe nowadays because they're low-key misogynistic. But I was in the Aldi, of all places, and I just happened to walk through their, like, Aldi, like, section, where they have just random stuff that they have on deal. But yeah, so this book was there, and the second book was there, and I read them, and I'm like, oh, these seem like they're a really cheesy, like, billionaire romances, and they were only, like, oh, it's not on there. I think they were only like a few bucks each. They're super cheap. So yeah, I grabbed them. I was like, this will just be fun. And when I tell you I flew through these, I was like, wow, these are really good. And I mean, they're not like high literature or anything, but they're fun and they're entertaining. And yeah, they're just interesting. And it's fun that all of her female protagonists, well, I think maybe Salone isn't. Most of her female protagonists and most of her male protagonists too are all people of color. Mostly, like, Asian, South Asian, but yeah, which is awesome. Because a lot of the time in romance, they're, you know, everyone's white. Ooh, got a little kind of light. But yeah, so I really like them. They're just they're fun. And I like how you see future like protagonists, like the initial four are friends, and then you kind of veer, but they all end up being friends at the end of the day. So like the group is this is not right. Group is always seeing each other. They're interconnected, as it were. Oh, we're doing purple for King of Pride because purple. But yeah, so this is just a series I have a lot of fun with. It's definitely one of those, like, you take it for what it is. Like, I'm not looking for any deeper meaning in it. I'm just here to have a good time. You know, I just want to have fun. So yeah, I have to say that the third one is my favorite. And luckily it's yellow coated, so it gets a gold one, so it really works out for me. But yeah, this one's my favorite. This is like, it's a second chance romance of a couple we've seen in the other two, and they're married, and except it's like pretty well known that like what's his name? I remember the female lead's name. Dominic. Dominic is like a workaholic, and it gets to the point where his wife is like, oh, at this point, you're literally, I'm just being neglected. You do not care about me. And she leaves him. And good for her. And they, like, get a whole divorce. Like, they get divorced. Like, they just kind of, like, they separate, and he's like, of course he figures out what he lost. And then he grovels. And I love that. 'Cause he should. She deserves it. But, you know, all romances have to have their happily ever after. So, of course, they get back together and they get married. And I think they have a kid. In the latest book, I think it's mentioned that she's, Alessandra is pregnant. So, yeah. But that one was my favorite. I was looking the most forward to it when it finally came in. 'Cause we love to see a groveling man. Man, do all of them have the playlists? I don't think the most recent ones had playlists. This was like, I don't know if like book talk, like popular romance books and stuff still do the playlist thing now, but I know it was a thing a few years ago. Where the playlist thing was such a big deal. Oh, there's a playlist on this one. Now I'm curious. Now I have to know. Let's see. Oh, this one does have a playlist. Man, I just like skipped right over it apparently. I didn't even notice. I don't think I know any of these songs either. So that's fine. I knew some of the other songs, like I know, I know a few of these, and I knew a few of King of Sloth. I too have characters who, really do the drugs and the alcohol to cope with things. Not alone, Xavier, you are not alone. Well, character-wise. Anyway, but yeah. Well, I don't know, I say this every time, my embossing videos are really just, like, for, like, 10 to 15 minutes of me just rambling at my microphone as you watch me, put these little things on. And see, eventually I'm gonna run out of books. I'm not gonna be able to do these anymore. I'm gonna have to think of something else to do. Oh, yeah, I did this right. But I have fun with these. These are a little self-indulgent, just because I enjoy sitting and talking and just rambling without a script or anything, and we're having a good time. except for the fact that there's a tornado siren that's been going off through the entirety of this video, and I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope not. But by God is it going. But it's fine, because this is our last book. This is the most recent one. I read it for, it was not the last book I read. It was the second last book I read last month. And honestly, it really saved my reading month, because, man, Daughter of the Moon Goddess really just made me sad. But yeah, this was great. I talk about it, of course, in my reading wrap-up, so I won't harp on it anymore. But I really like this series. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's not trying to be anything else. It's a romance series about a bunch of rich people who can get away with stuff that most people can't. And also they can just take flights to random places and, you know, buy whatever they want. And, you know, eat the rich, but also, like, it's nice to have fantasies. And that's what romances are for. So yeah. I don't know. They also make me mad sometimes because, you know, family. But yeah, here are all of them. All embossed and pretty now. One of these days eventually I'll have to, like, well, there's only one more coming in. I'll have to figure out what to do with it on my shelf because only these 5 fit on one of my little rotating bookshelves, so this one's just kind of vibing in another place for now. But it's fine. Eventually I'm gonna have like a CG Drew's shelf too, dedicated just to all her books, because she has a new one coming out in October and another coming out next March, and I will be buying them all, and no one is shocked, especially not me. But yeah, so hi, hello, angle change. As you can see, it's super rainy and the tornado sirens are still going off. But yeah, I just figured I'd do this angle instead of setting everything back up. But thank you for hanging out with me as I ramble on without real intention about books. And we will be back again next month, Pride Month, with Pride books. I'm gonna emboss all of my queer books, which unfortunately is less than I wish I had, but unfortunately we take what we can get. Plus a special guest star not queer book, because it's a CG Drew's book, and I like to just get all of those embossed. So I'll just add that one extra in there, but it's fine. We'll talk more about that next time. So yeah, next video I will see you guys in is after my trip, so that'll be fun. So yeah, look forward to a reading vlog New York edition, but I'm gonna go make food, I guess, and listen to the tornado sirens sing me sweetly to sleep eventually. Yeah. Goodbye, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!